on, motherfucking buttercups! Welcome to the padded room, and hey! Whoa! Eyes up here, alright? Eyes up here. That's right, everybody, welcome Rither. She's here to be part of our Eyes Up Here segment. Say hi, Rither.
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing today, Rither?
Tired? How are you?
Yeah, same. I'm still recovering a little bit from my hangover that I had yesterday. I'm gonna say it once and I'll say it again. Do not mix martinis and wine. Bad idea. So, Rither, how old were you when you started gaming, and what kind of games did you start with?
I started with Sega Genesis because my dad had it when he was a teenager.
Oh yeah?
And like I'm pretty sure my dad still has it.
Well, I mean, what made you want to start streaming games then? Because obviously you've been playing games for a large portion of your life. So what made you decide to start streaming them?
I honestly started streaming just so that I could show Liza something that I was doing on Grand Theft Auto.
Sweet.
And then I just started streaming all the time.
So what was it about it that made you want to keep doing it?
I really like connecting with people and just like bullshitting.
Okay. So you basically met some cool people on there, and then you're just like, this is kind of fun. I like chilling with these guys. They understand my crazy, awesome, not tormented, what's the word I'm looking for? Twisted mind. Twisted sense of humor.
Pretty much.
And I feel like every time I go into your stream, it ends up a huge conversation about poop, dicks, or butt. One of the, or vagina.
Or black hole vaginas.
Right, the black hole vagina. Very important. If you guys don't know, don't Google it. You're gonna get some fucked up shit. So what's your your favorite part about being a streamer?
Somebody came into my stream the other day and was like talking about how they had a bad day, and I was playing Outlast and they were laughing at me and they said that it made them feel better. So like that made me be like, aw.
Yeah. So as
I like
much as
that a
you
lot.
like talking to people and hanging out with people and them enjoying your dark sense of humor and accepting you for that, you also like to be able to make people happy and brighten their day.
Yeah, that's why I do the job that I have, because I really like to help people and make people happy.
Who are some of your favorite streamers that you like to watch?
Well, you and
Jeez. Again, stop it.
UK Deepwater is fucking hilarious.
Oh.
He also has
yeah.
a pretty fucked up sense of humor, and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I like watching him too. He's actually, he came into my stream. I think he came in because you were there. I think you might have told him to come in. And so then he shows up a lot now. And so I was like, I gotta go check him out. You know, if he's friends with Rither, he's gotta be a badass. And yeah, he's fucking funny. How long have you been streaming?
2016. Because
Okay.
I started my Twitch in 2015, and then I didn't really do anything with it until this last December.
Oh, okay. So then basically it's only really been almost 6 months, not even.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your channel. I mean, what do we need to know about, you know, you and, you know, your brand?
I like horror games and zombies. Don't come into my channel if you don't like swear words. And
if you want it to be family friendly, maybe Rither's channel isn't the channel for you.
yeah, probably not.
That's fantastic. Anything else?
No. I mean, I'm a variety streamer, I guess, is what they call it.
Okay.
I play games based on what I think I'm going to have fun with, because if I'm not having fun, it's showing in my stream, and then it's not any fun for anybody else either.
Yep, I say that all the time. People are always like, well, I don't know what to play, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, that's not a question you should even ask yourself, because you should play whatever you feel like playing. Any game you
Right.
feel like playing, because that's, again, why people are going to watch it. Goes back to what you said earlier. They could be playing a game you've never even heard of. You go there to watch that person and have fun with them and interact with them, and it just, if it's a game you're interested in, then cool, but it might be one you've never heard of, and then you become interested in it. So don't worry about what other people want to watch or see. Do what you're interested in, because if you're having fun, they're going to have fun. So what are some of your best moments as far as streaming or gaming go? Some of your most memorable? She's like, nothing really. I just like to swear a lot. I mean, every moment's, you know, memorable with me.
I mean, I'm probably never gonna forget the when I was playing Resident Evil.
Yeah.
There was a couple of spots in there. Trash compactor Dick is one of them, and
I think I was there for that. I think I remember that. Oh.
and then I was playing with my brother. Like, me and my brother were in the chat party, and you know, like the big monster that's got all the eyeballs.
Yeah. The dad.
I thought he said I like Kool-Aid, so we were laughing about it. A half an hour.
So he just said, I'm gonna kill you, but I thought he said, I like Kool-Aid.
And just the voice you do too. What can we look forward to in the future that you can tell us about with you or your channel or anything?
Nothing.
Shut up! She's so fucking modest. Nothing. I'll swear more, so that's probably a thing. If you like that, there'll be more of that. Like, I mean, I know you have a YouTube channel and you don't do a whole lot with that now. Do you plan on doing something with it?
I want to eventually start editing all my shit and putting it on YouTube, but I'm so computer illiterate that, like, I don't even.
I know a lot of people love watching your streams, and I think if anyone misses a stream of yours, that would be nice for them to have that option to be able to go to YouTube and watch your stuff. And knowing you, I can only imagine the additional funny shit you would put in there in editing. That would probably be just fucking fantastic. So, okay, so let's go to some questions about, you as a creator. So what do you think makes you different from other streamers?
I just am fully 100% myself.
Okay.
Like, I don't put on, like, a stream face, because so many, you can tell, like, if you're not being yourself while you're streaming, you can tell that it's forced. So many people, like, have a different personality or, like, do different things to get more views, and, like, honestly, like, as I could have a stream going with 3 people in there and be entirely content with it.
Yeah.
I don't need to be this giant channel that's got 1 million people in there, because at that point, like, I wouldn't be able to talk to everybody.
What do you think, I guess on that same note, is most important as a streamer? Whether it be something morally to you, an actual physical quality of streaming, just anything that you think being a streamer, what's the most important part of it?
Being active with your chat.
Okay, so interacting with the people who come to hang out. Why is it that you think that's the most important thing?
A lot of people come to your stream to talk to you. They don't really care what you're playing. They just... So if you're making them feel like they're not welcome and, like, not paying attention to them, then they're not going to come back. So...
Yep. And they come there, and I tell people that all the time, you guys are the reason that, we do this, because we could play a game by ourselves and have perfectly fine time. I mean, obviously we did that all of our lives. So why do it on stream? Because you want to interact with people and you want to have fun with people. That's why you do it. I mean, another thing for me is obviously, I want to make people happy. So even if it did get to that point where I couldn't necessarily keep up fully with chat, I would still like doing it, because hopefully I'm still making them laugh and giggle the shits out of their bums, but so do you plan to make a career out of this, or is this something you just do for fun, or what's the idea here with your streaming?
No, I just do it for fun, just to, like, fuck around and talk to people and be stupid.
Okay, so if it did get to the point where obviously you got extremely popular, which I could see happening very easily, because like I said, you're a fucking hoot to hang out with and watch and all of that. If it did get to that point, would you then consider making it a career? Do you think you'd still keep it the same as it is now?
I mean, maybe, but I would probably poop myself if I had that many people watching me, because
Just
I get really nervous.
I gotta take a break real quick. So are there any struggles that you feel you have to overcome by being a woman gamer and streamer?
Yeah, I have a lot of people come into my chat and ask me to rate their penises or show me their tit, or show them my tits.
Oh, I was gonna say, if they figure out a way to show you their tit on your stream, that's fucking impressive. Those are some goddamn hack skills right there. But no, I can see that. Has it gotten worse? Because I know in the beginning, when you first started streaming and I watched you, you actually didn't have a face cam. And, I wanted you to get one really bad, because I like everyone to have a face cam, just my personal, likes, because I like to see people's expressions and all that as they're playing the game. I want to see what faces they make, and it can make it a lot funnier for me. So, I always told you, I was like, you should get a face cam. And I know you had your reservations. Has it gotten worse or better since you've had a face cam?
It's kind of the same. I mean, before I had a face cam, I'd have people coming in there telling me, you need a face cam because you'd get more viewers, and, like, your voice is so sexy, why don't you have a face cam? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to hear that.
Because the assholes like you. That's what I was like. Because the pricks like you. Bye. Block.
I had somebody come into my chat the other day and said, move your camera down so I can see your tits. And I was like, no. And then they're like, I'm going to send you a picture of my penis, rate it for me. And I'm like, no, go away. And then they said something else, and, like, Deep actually blocked them, because I'm just like, I can't. Like, why?
If someone said, move your camera down so I can see your tits, I would have been like, only if you promise to come over and shave my back hair and pop my back knee. Zits. then we might have a deal. I also make a smoothie out of the pus that comes out of my back knee zits. So if you can drink that for me and just tell me, your thoughts on that, I would really appreciate that. But no, I mean, I can see that being a problem. And it's so funny because most of the girls I've had on the Eyes Up Here segments have had very positive experiences. It's nice to hear someone who has had, some of those negative experiences and that they didn't deter you at that you kept going and you're like,
No.
you know what, you're just a piece of shit. I really don't give a damn. You can fuck off with your damn self. But, because so many women, I think, do deal with that. And I think a lot of them are afraid to talk about it because they don't want to seem oversensitive or they don't want to seem like they can't handle it. But I mean, even if you can handle it, I think it's still going to get to you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not right for people to do that. And I think for us to be taken seriously, it's battling those women who do play along with that and do giggle. And when they say, I want to come shot your face, and they just go, oh my God, you're so sweet. Like, no, you're a dumb bitch. Shut up and get off fucking Twitch. Like, I don't. What do you think is the best way to integrate women into the community?
I feel like we probably need. Women in gaming don't really have a lot of. With as much as it sucks, we probably need men to support us so that we can get our names out there in a way that like people are actually going to pay attention, because as much as I'd like to be like, oh yeah, women in gaming is amazing and society's going to love it.
I think that mutual support is very important, and like you said, it's needed because I say this all the time, I don't blame the guys. It's not them who's hurting the community, it's the women who are making it about their boobs, and the only way to fight that is together. Let's see, so how long, in your opinion, do you think women can stay relevant in this career or as a streamer and a gamer? How long do you think from when they start to maybe age-wise how long they can do it, or how long do you think streaming maybe in general is going to be around?
Should I answer that from like my point of view or
Yes.
like from the point of view that I think society has?
You can do from both. Let's start with yours.
Because my point of view, it doesn't matter gender, as long as you have a good channel that is doing things that people enjoy to watch and you're staying up with your chat, you can be relevant as long as people will come in there and watch you.
Well, thank you so much for letting me quiz you and grill you and get some of your personal views out there. And we are all extremely excited to see more come from you, Rither. And don't let those fucking assholes get to you, because you have an amazing channel and amazing content, and you're super fun to watch. And like you said, I know interacting with the chat is important to you, and that definitely comes across because you're super interactive with your chat. And I always feel like I'm having a good time when I'm there hanging out with you. So thank you. All right, guys, so we're going to go over 3 articles here for you today. And again, Rither is still hanging out with us. She's going to kind of commentate, give us her thoughts on them as well. The Nintendo Switch is getting its very own Monster Hunter game. Monster Hunter's a good game. That's really exciting. Monster Hunter 20 will be unveiled in full during the Monster Hunter Championship 2017 this weekend. This will include new gameplay footage and a Japanese release date. Monster Hunter 20 is an expanded version of Monster Hunter Generations. It made its 3DS debut in March, but only in Japan. It features a new hub, additional monsters, 2 new hunter styles, and a new difficulty setting. It's the second big Nintendo Switch game announcement of the week, although the Mario Rabbids crossover project was more of a leak than the official reveal. I know, I heard about the Mario Rabbids thing. I think I actually covered that in one of my other Padded Room segments, just briefly. It was brought up, and I was like, that sounds so much fun to have Mario and Rabbids in a fucking game. Yes, please. You can check out the 10 most anticipated Nintendo Switch games in the gallery below. Does Monster Hunter 20 make the cut? I don't know. I guess you guys will have to check out that link for yourselves. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that link is in the description below, so you can check that out there as well. Why video games are delayed so often. So now some of us understand this to an extent, some of us don't, and we're super impatient, we just don't give a damn. We're like, you set this fucking date, why aren't you fucking meeting it? But at the same time, it's something that I say, it's something that practically I think every gamer says. We would much rather wait for a good game than have the game come out on its release date and it has to constantly be patched because it's crap when you set it out, because you didn't.
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah, because you didn't get it put together. So I mean, you're in the same
There's
boat then,
nothing
Rither.
worse than having a game that's broken.
Yes, exactly. In the wake of yesterday's news that Rockstar has bumped Red Dead Redemption 2 to 2018, you may be wondering, why do so many video games get delayed? I've heard a few explanation of the game's delays while reporting for my new book on game development, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. That sounds awesome. We're going to have to read that. During this process, I spoke to developers who've worked on everything from massive RPGs like Dragon Age Inquisition to indie platformers like Shovel Knight, asking them lots of questions about why they have to do things like, say, delay their games. The simplest reason is that in game development, making an accurate schedule is impossible. Even the most conservative estimates at the beginning of a project can't account for obstacles that will come up along the way. Sometimes a level that a game creator thought might take 2 weeks actually takes closer to 2 months. Maybe they'll find out midway through the production that their cool new idea for a combat feature isn't fun, forcing them to spend months fine-tuning to make it better. And there's never a way to predict how many bugs will pop up toward the end of development, which is why we so often hear that games are being delayed for polish. We are constantly re-evaluating our schedule, said Thyrgis Urquhart. Urquhart? Yeah, sure. CEO of Obsidian Entertainment during an interview last year. Constantly, he says. Urquhart. I hope I'm saying that right. And his team first started making Pillars of Eternity in the fall of 2012. They plotted a schedule that would take them to 2014, but they ran into numerous complications during the production, including scope issues, the planned game was too big, story issues, their lead writer was caught up on Obsidian's other project, South Park: The Stick of Truth, itself delayed for many reasons, and thousands upon thousands of bugs. Eventually, Obsidian bumped Pillars to March 2015. So that's a lot. I mean, they bumped it almost a year, from when they originally planned, and I get that. And that's fine, again, as long as it comes out good. Our Wednesdays are now scheduling Wednesdays, said Urquhart. From 2 p.m. probably until about 5 p.m., I will be sitting in a conference room and we will be looking at charts and tables and graphs and talking about the teams and about how they're managing their schedules and their features and their resources. Where were we last week? Where are we this week? Where are we going to be next week? How are things going? Are we going to make our dates? Are we not going to make dates? What are some problems and what do they need to get help from us? I mean, I get that. That's good that they do that, though, on a weekly schedule. I think everybody should do that. Because I feel like some companies aren't doing that. They're not keeping up to date with the schedules. They're like, well, we'll just see how it falls. And then 2 weeks before the release date, they're like, just kidding. We still need more time. We're going to push it out. Like, fuck, dude.
Right.
Give us a damn
Have a
update.
plan before
Yeah.
you do it.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels consists of 10 chapters, each focusing on a different game. When I was picking those games, I tried to select a variety of scopes and genres, from massive AAA adventure games like Uncharted 4 to one-man indie farming sims like Stardew Valley. Oh, such a good game! I love Stardew Valley.
I've never played that.
Oh my god, have you ever played Harvest Moon?
No.
Get the fuck out of my stream.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. Okay, well, you now have a to-do list. First, Harvest Moon. I mean, it's a PlayStation thing. I don't know how you haven't played that. And then Stardew Valley, which is very Harvest Moony, but Harvest Moon obviously that's a verb, by the way. If you didn't know, Harvest Moony, look it up. It's very similar to that, but this guy who created Stardew Valley, he's the only one who worked on it. I think he worked on it for 10 years straight, basically, and he's just made himself a millionaire off of this because he's the only one who worked on it, and he's still working on it, and he's going to keep working on it because he loves it, and this game is his blood, sweat, and tears, or blood, sweat, and pixels, as this guy's book would say. It's a really good game. I highly recommend you guys check that out. Departments like audio and visual effects get hit the hardest during the end of the development because they so often have to wait for the rest of the game to be finished before they can work. That's where we see so much of the challenge of scheduling these games, said Flynn. You find these dependencies. Oh, I needed that? What do I do now? Oh, it's noon here? What time is it in Stockholm? 8 p.m.? Oh, crap. Oh, they've gone home? I'm stuck. What do I do today? Stockholm is the home of DICE, the EA-owned studio and creator of Frostbite Engine, which BioWare used for Dragon Age Inquisition. Blood, Sweat, and Pixels will be out on September 5th, and you can pre-order it here. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, that link is in the description below, so if you want to pre-order his book and check that out, you can do that there. The title itself is interesting to me. Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass might actually be the best value in gaming. Now, I must be stupid or living under a rock, both of those very possible situations. But I did not know that they were doing a Netflix-esque idea for games. Apparently, this has been common information for a while. So again, I don't know what fucking rock I was living under. Rither, did you know that this was a thing?
I know.
Okay, so I'm not the only one living under this rock. I'm glad I have a roommate. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, the link for this article will be in the description below if you want to read more into it yourself. All right. So, Promoting your service as the Netflix of X has been a goal of many companies for ages now. But the Netflix of gaming has been a more elusive goal than most due to the challenges it faces. The idea of live streaming full games to home consoles has been so daunting, we've seen some services fail outright. OnLive and others struggle for relevance. PS Now, that's the one you were thinking of. But with
Yes.
Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass, which goes fully live June 1st, oh my god, that's coming up so soon. Holy shit. After toying around with the Game Pass for the last day or so, I found that the reason it works and why it's a bright feather in the Microsoft's cap going forward is because of the simplicity of both its price and its concept. So on that note, they say there's a library of 100 games. You can download any of them. You can buy some of them at a discount if you want to keep them forever, and it's only $10 a month. I am a fan of that. While currently boasting a smaller library than PS Now, the Netflix-like price of the service, combined with the fact that you can download games outright to play them, is what gives Microsoft the clear advantage. If you're like me and unable to plug an Ethernet cable directly into your console, the idea of streaming-based subscription services for games is daunting, as it requires a lot more from your internet than streaming, say, a TV show. It can work sometimes, but others, not so much. And I've had a general sense of some streamed games just feeling off when I play them. Some slight visual issues and the larger problems, like it just not working at all if the internet decides to be really horrible during a particular period of time. You know, when everyone gets off work, usually around 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and you're sitting there doing something really important, and suddenly your internet takes a crap, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, the entire world just got on the internet. That's why. But with Xbox Game Pass, if you can battle my Wi-Fi to at least get through one download of a game, that's it. I've won. From then on out, I can play that game as much as I want, as long as it remains on the service. I tried this with several titles last night, and it was a breeze. No complicated rental options, no fiddling with internet settings, just here's a bunch of games, download any of them you want, and have fun. Dollar for dollar, Xbox Game Pass might be one of the best overall deals in console gaming right now, and I say that as someone who knows this service is probably not aimed at me specifically, a games journalist who plays all new releases practically the moment they come out, but for those with not as much time to play games and not that much money in the budget to spend on them. The video game industry is not just at the point where Microsoft could say, release Gears of War 5 as a Game Pass only title, though who knows what the probably distant future could hold for that concept. And you know what, that's fine though, because when I think about it, like, how many of your 360 games do you want to play on your Xbox One, right? And you can't, because they're not backwards compatible yet. So they could actually use that to their advantage. Yeah, they could actually use that to their advantage. The games that aren't backwards compatible yet for the Xbox One that came from the 360, put those on the streaming one. So then people were like, oh yes, I really wanted to play this on my one. I was waiting for it to become backwards compatible, but now I don't have to because it's on the streaming, and I'll get more people to go to the streaming to do that. But they are inarguably creating the best gaming programs out there, starting with Xbox Live, which became the model for all online play, and now up to this point where we have a Game Pass, the first gaming subscription service that seems like the total package.
Thanks for having me.
Any fucking time, girl. Come back whenever you want. And I'm really excited to see what you'll come out with for YouTube. And obviously, all of your Twitch stuff is amazing. So we look forward to more of that. Again, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will catch you on the motherfucking flip side. Bye.
Did you know that they make inserts to make it look like you have a giant camel toe now? Why would you want that?
I don't know. That's so fucked up. Oh my god, I just got the worst image in my fucking head. Oh, I knew this was gonna be a great interview. I fucking knew it.